Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we have got a 1 versus 1 on Meeting of Minds. Playing on the left hand side as the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters, we've got AIka. And playing on the right hand side as the Tyranids, we have got Where's My Teeth. Teeth will be opening with a couple of Ripper Swarms, triple Spine Gaunts, a Reclamation Pool, and a Brood Hive. Whereas AIka is going to go for a bunch of pink squares, which are indeed Stormtroopers. We've got the Inquisition Watch and a couple of Plasma Generators. So quite a difficult bind, I think, that AIka's in, considering that the Inquisition do like to wait till the late games before they get most of their stuff online, try and get their economy on the go in the early games. And Tyranids, well, they're just like going around eating things, don't they? Spine Gaunt's quite useful in the early games. I mean, yeah, they do capping stuff, but they can also be used quite successfully for just going into the other side of the map and being an absolute nuisance. And I imagine with that Brood Hive, you're probably going to go for some sort of... Oh, the stabby people, the ones that burrow. Raveners? Ravagers? One of the stabby people that the Tyranids have got. Ah, yeah, there we go. Raveners on the way. Spine Gaunts not even bothering to capture anything at the moment. And to be fair, you don't really need that much money to get these guys online. What is it? Free blue for an extra, what, like 10, 12 people? So, chumps change, really. And if anything, just to get these guys to do some decapping and maybe killing some builders, potentially. Not sure how resistant the Archivists are in Ultimate Apocalypse. In Unification, they're classed as vehicle armor, but here it's elite infantry, so might be a little bit more vulnerable than we're normally used to on the channel. But one singular heavy bottle turret will be scaring these guys away, especially with the minefield that will be finished up. We did see the Tyranids go up against a minefield it must be like 4 or 5 games ago, and one minefield could take down about 2 or 3 fully reinforced squads of Spine Gaunts, so ideally what Where's My Teeth wants in that kind of engagement. So, okay, well, if you've built up your static defenses here, we can just go here instead. There's always a way around, and even then, the Raveners can just burrow down under the mountainside. These Stormtroopers are going to be in for a world of hurt here. They turn straight around the moment they see these Raveners. No, okay, they're going to pop down a little tunnel. Short cooldown later, and they'll be able to build up another tunnel, so they'll be able to escape any disastrous engagements, should they wish. Not like the Grenadiers or the Stormtroopers. Grenadiers, they just come out naturally, all with grenade launchers. Been very useful against things like Spine Gaunts. And potentially, Raveners. Oh no, the affordable housing, not even yet to be finished by the local council. It's already been slashed up to high heavens. Got the Stormtroopers over here that's been chased around by the Spine Gaunts, and oh dear, this poor Archivist trying to mind his own business, building things. They got, these Spine Gaunts punching him on the side. Good attempt to build a minefield there, though. Got a secondary turret, or tunnel even, placed there, but has been spotted. And the Raveners are going to attempt to defend that tunnel as best they can. Has his minefield been finished? No. And now it just sounds like a bunch of cricket bats been smashed across the floor right there. Grenadiers, though, they're staying true and blue. Getting little blasts here and there. Not really getting many dead models, but a few shots. Oh no, the Raveners are going to try and come back, but an Icon of Purification, also a heavy bottle turret for them to fall back on, so these guys won't be getting any kills. And to be fair, they could see, while they're moving, the Grenadiers kind of missing out quite a lot, he says, as 2 die. Right, okay, fair enough. Apparently you're accurate now. The moment I'm about to comment on your lack of accuracy, all of a sudden you become accurate. Maybe that's how the game works. Maybe I'll just give, like, buffs. Maybe the game just knows what I'm going to say in the past. So in the present, when I'm recording this, it just knows what's going on. Yeah, more Spine Gaunts coming over. And like I say, the Demon Hunters don't really like the early game. Not huge fans of it. As I get as many Archivists out as humanly possible. There we go, we've got the minefield. So that's a whole fleet of Archivists there. Imagine their economy is doing pretty darn well, all things considered. Have you been building things elsewhere? Where is this economy coming from? I suppose it's just all the upgraded Icons of Purification. Fair enough. That makes sense, young man. Also being able to spot that tunnel over yonder with these Stormtroopers. And it does seem that everything is dead. So, well done, team. Good job to everyone. Spine Gaunts escaping. But the Raveners seem to have been killed. Oh no, they just came over here. Fair enough. Advanced use of their tunneling system, keeping them alive. Very nice stuff there. Current economies in the early game are 158 and 20 compared to 148 and 30, so very even economies at the moment. Establish link tier 1/0, tier 1/2. God, I will never learn their blooming tiering system. Get it wrong every single game. It bothers me to no end. But yeah, so both teams are going to take up more or less reasonably the same time. Going to see some more Grenadiers from AIka as the boys start pushing around over into the centre. Morale been instantly broken on these Stormtroopers. Also going to see some Spore Mines being thrown down. Oh, not Spore Mines, just the Tyranid ability where they're able to mini-bombard an area with their Hive Mind abilities. Also popping down another tunnel. Just so they can bring forth... Oh, some Hormogods. Okay, nice. Don't normally get to see Hormogods. Usually just Spine Gaunts until Carnifexes get spammed out. Nice and Heavy Bottle Turret being activated. And so far, even though there's been a consistent level of aggression from Where's Martif, it's not really got any sort of critical mass. Also, wonderful use of this natural barrier to keep the Grenadiers nice and safe as they just open fire on anyone within range. Hormogods getting what stabbings they can get done in. They will fall gradually to the Icon of Purification, even if the Grenadiers just stand still. Ideally, they don't want to be in close combat, but that's fine, they can handle it, apparently. Although, mind you, Hormogod's reinforcement rate is quite substantial. They're just going to ignore the damage, more or less. Thankfully, they will be cleared out. I imagine also the minefield here, saving the lads as they retreat. The Tyranids not giving up without a fight, although there is a thermal plasma generator here that the Tyranids should probably really focus on. Do not want to give the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters any kind of economic advantage, as they will make very good use of it as the game progresses on. The further we go, the harder it will be to take on the Demon Hunters. But then again, the Tyranids, they also have quite a big shine in the mid and late game. Going to go for our first Screamer Killer Carnifex. And also going to go for some Gaunt Acclimatization as well as Adrenaline Glands. So big research boons for them. Acclimatization means they've got more lads available inside their squads. Adrenaline Glands, I think, increases movement speed and melee damage? Question mark? Something like that. Either way, it's a buff. It's an improvement. Tyranid 2.0 or 1.1, however beta and alpha tests work. I'm not a technical man, never claimed to be. That's big explosions though from these Grenadiers. Huge bits of fire as well. And these Spine Gaunts have got nowhere to run. Trapped in the corner. Maybe if they hide in the bushes, no one will catch them. Wouldn't be the first time someone successfully hid in the corner on Meeting of Minds. It has happened more times than I like to admit. Rather than us using the tunnel to break on through here. Also, the Screamer Killer Carnifex making use of the tunnel. Anything and everything can fit inside these tunnels. I do believe that once they are used, they are seen for quite some time. Whether a lack of activity then re-infiltrates, I'm not entirely... I don't think so. But, yep, Screamer Killer just going to hunt down those plasma generators as quickly as they can. Archivists will come over and see if they can repair it. And we've got all the Demon Hunters running backwards to see if they can sort that bad lad out. They're doing an incredible amount of damage against him. He is technically an armoured vehicle. The Astra Telepathica. Maybe we can see some anti-vehicle stuff coming out from that building there. Two Stormtroopers over here, massively out of position. They will die. Got plenty of minefields to action. Wonderful use of the minefields in this game from AIka so far. Some big boomies from the sky on those Stormtroopers. And a Tyrannosaurus Rex-esque sound. I say esque, it is probably, I'm fairly certain it's ripped straight from Jurassic Park. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen any Jurassic Park film. Trying to watch that recent one. Absolute rubbish. As is all media these days. But I'm an old man. Maybe I'm biased. I've seen these guys. Have you got any anti-vehicle stuff? You've got incendiary grenades. You can't exactly burn the Carnifex. They're quite resistant to it. Our first Grey Knight squad of the game. These guys are going to cut through anyone who comes anywhere near them. Screamer Killer finally goes down, but not after taking out several plasma generators. There we go. I mean, the economy's still pretty darn good for them, in all fairness. We're having more... Oh, there's combat going on over here. Grey Knights teleporting away to safer ground. We're getting our second gaunt acclimatization, so a nice mix of big uns and little uns. Also got quite the sizable spore cluster. Now, can you deep strike these boys? I'm fairly certain you can. You stick them in spore chimney, or are they just... Maybe it's just because they're a bigger squad, you're able to just move them in slowly. Does that make sense? Quite useful for screening away any melee squads, and to be fair, these Grey Knight strike teams... Well, imagine these are the more ranged variants of the Grey Knights, aren't they? Well, they're going to go into melee combat anyway. Oh, we've got some Gargons, or Gargoyles even. Huge explosion there from the Grenadiers. Oh no, it's a combination of Grenadiers and Spore Mines. A fair bit of damage to those guys, breaking the morale. A whole swarm now thrusting itself upon these Grey Knights. And it's just huge explosions everywhere. Gargoyles flying over on high. Now I've got two Grey Knight squads, and actually, yeah, those guys, most of them were Spine Gaunts. The Ravener's been taken care of quite nicely as well. So it looked quite intimidating there, but actually, all that shafters naught or nout. Do have the magma vent for the Tyranids there. So they've got a fair bit of econ on the go. And bioplasma turrets soon to be sliced down and out. Gargoyles will run forward. Very decent in the range department, but quite fragile. Now got some timid warriors. What are you out with? Oh, you're going to go for Rending Claws. Nice. You've also got that jump thing on the go as well. All spawning from the tunnel as well. Really nice use of both the defences for AIka and the offences in the form of these tunnels from Where's My Teeth here. Not very often you see either Demon Hunters or Tyranids really use their stuff like this, but just shows a high level, the professional skill of the players on the pitch today. Battlefield, so I'm not playing Blood Bowl. Not today, anyway. Although I miss it. A day without Blood Bowl is just not a good day. Although we've got the affordable housing, we've now got two of them. Both of them are going to go for their worker recruitment. 2. Sending out those job advertisements. Get on Indeed.com. Seeing this lonely thermoplasma generator. It's only been taken down once, we'll be taken down a second time. These guys Naruto running. Oh, for a second it looked like they were Naruto running. The way that the claws look like from a distance. I'm quite blind there. But Tyranids, the rending claws are an interesting touch. You don't normally see rending claws, considering that melee troops without range support are quite a difficult thing to pull off in Dawn of War in general. But with their leap, it should help them. Oh, we've got a Purgation Hellfire Dreadnought coming forth with a las cannon. Should any more Carnifexes make themselves known. Grey Knights, all three of them, teleporting in. Might narrowly save this thermoplasma generator, actually. Did you take yours on? Yep, they took those on. Oh, no, never mind. It's still alive. For a second, I thought it was about to despawn. But no, it's still alive. These guys are having the worst time possible. They don't like being covered in green. Please let me out. This is not a dance. That's okay. The green goes away. And now it's actually the Grey Knights, or should I say the Demon Hunters' turn to start looking a little bit aggressive. Warriors have now gone for a couple of Devourers and Venom Cannons. Venom Cannons, if memory serves. It's either Venom Cannons or Death Spirits, I can never remember which one. But one of them is generally good against most things. Also got the Tyrant Guard. Very resistant to range damage. Increased health regeneration when they are in close combat as well. Spore Mines moving forward. Trying to find some squishier targets, although they can do some decent damage against a vehicle as well. Although just a fair bit of... Even just like, to be sniffed at, they do explode. Very fragile beast, but that's kind of what you want in a mine. You don't want a durable mine. Kind of defeats the objective. Oh, these Grey Knights just teleporting straight in. Engaging in a bit of argy-bargy. But these guys do have... Well, I mean, some of them have the Rending Talons. Yeah, these guys do. Looking to see if they can cut people down, but the Tin Warriors aren't exactly doing much against these guys. Grey Knights outnumbering them somewhat. Oh my god, so going to jump. as quickly as they can forward. Got the Hellfire Dreadnoughts providing some firing support from a distance. Also got the AIka Purification and the heavy bottle turret adding to the fire. Screamer Killer Carnifex on the northern side. In fact, 2 Screamer Killers on the way. Tyrant Guard just looking to see if they can cut down any of the heavier piece of weaponry. Got more Tyranid Warriors on the way, and the Grey Knights do teleport back. Tyranid Warriors just jumping straight at them, looking to cut through that mighty Salamite armour. And the Screamers are not exactly... I mean, you're good against vehicles. Are you actually getting through them? Let me click on you, man, so I can get your health. Nah, not at all. Not at all. Even the Tyrant Guard fell foul. Nothing the Hormagaunts, nothing you guys will do much better. I appreciate the effort, all the same. Double Screamers. This Purgation Hellfire Dreadnought has been sent back to the sin bin. Yeah, to be fair, the Tyranids have got spam Carnifex money, to be fair. Also going to get a Hive Tyrant out there. Now, whether they go for the ranged Hive Tyrant for long-range support, or go for a more stabby Hive Tyrant, not sure which one would work, to be fair. You're putting so much money into your Screamer Killer Carnifexes, you may as well provide them some range support. But that close combat Hive Tyrant is quite tasty, especially when he gets his whip and his sword. Constant reinforcement from AIka, bringing forth more and more Grey Knights. They teleport past these triple Screamers. Maybe to fall back to more defensible positions. I do believe this Purification Decree slows down nearby people. So we get that confused with a different mod, maybe. Another Dreadnought being summoned in. And that's one thing that the Grey Knights have in their advantage. One little card they have up their sleeve is that because they can basically deep strike more or less anything, they can just reinforce their standing army wherever they are on the battlefield. Because Tyranids do have a little bit of a walk-up time, unless they make use of their tunnels, which does seem that they are actually. So, kind of counteracting the Grey Knights' advantage that we would normally have. Got another set of Raveners. Normally see them at this stage of the game. Also seeing some... oh yes, these Hormagaunts will have been summoned by the Hive Mind. If you ever see a big green cloud and just Tyranids spawn from somewhere, that's because they've just been brought down from on high. Need some electric, static from, I imagine, from these Grey Knights. AoE damage. Is that exactly what you want, really, from large model or large units full of models with a little bit of health. Any kind of AoE damage against little ones like this will be a great boon for your army. And only the Gargoyles left at this point. All the big ones have been slain by the looks of things. Hive Tyrant is out, and what have you gone for? Let me press hashtag, alt, turn around. We've already got his stabby bits. Unlike in Unification, you will not see his upgrades on this side. There is a little thing past my advertisement for the books. By the by, if you want to spot channel, have a look at the old books on Amazon, also an audiobook. They're really, really good, I promise, you'll love them. But yeah, they've got like a little upgrade thing that all commanders do in this game, and you can basically buy like a whole bunch of health upgrades, squad cap upgrades, all that general good stuff. Someone's been spotted there. Oh, it filled in like a fox in a rabbit's warren. Taking them down. Hormagaunts fall back. And the magma event soon to be cut to ribbons. And relative peace, he says. In the sense that people are only really bashing buildings now. Oh, another magma vent. They come up down here, which is fair enough. If you're going to lose the one on the north, may as well fix the one on the south. Avatar just standing there menacingly, having a think of what he's going to do. I suppose being connected to the Hive Mind is probably going to have to do a lot of thinking. Tyrant Guard, big hands. I mean, big gloves for these boys. Avatar just walking over those mines, taking a significant amount of damage from it there. He's also able to dish out that damage, and look at that. That's why I'm always hesitant to say, oh yeah, range support for the Hive Tyrant, considering that it's just so good in melee. Redonkulous damage. And now he's got that Hive Thingy-Madoodad, reduces the amount of range damage incoming, and the wings well thought. Just repositioning himself. Hormagaunts down inside the base, killing a plasma generator. Current economies are 392. compared to 256 and 105. And the magma vent is... I mean, the Rippers are nearby. They could build it if they want to. But they're just, just having a break. Must be exhausting being a Tyranid with their high metabolism and whatnot. How many sandwiches would a Tyranid need to eat in one day to maintain its caloric needs? Maximum? Baseline? Whatever you would call it. I reckon it would be at least 5. At the very least 5. We've got Lord Inquisitor. He's here. And he's got a lovely cape. I love that cape. Anything with a good pair of shoulders. Oh, we've got some stuff going on over here. Never mind me. I got a comment a little while ago from someone saying, Mr. Landshot, you've got terrible map awareness. There's a huge battle going on, and you were too busy watching one shiny dude do something. I was like, yep, that's me. I just like to look at the models, you know? The models are pretty. That's a big swarm, that. That's also a lot of Grey Knights. Grey Knights are no pushovers. No pushovers at all. Now it's going to reposition down over here. If we can sit in this little narrow choke point, that will negate a lot of the Tyranids' numerical advantages, especially with all this defensive structures knocking around as well. And just a sheer amount of Purgation Hellfire Dreadnoughts. All going for plasma cannons as well, so amazing range damage against tightly knit groups of heavy infantry and infantry. So AIka really building the most ideal unit composition against the current composition that Where's Matif has gone for. So no real assault opportunities for either player at the moment. Yeah, okay, if these guys can push out. But the Tyranids, the closer it gets to the base, the quicker they can reinforce. Warriors spawning right there and then. National Purgation Dreadnoughts have been isolated. These guys can just keep the Dreadnoughts away from these guys. They can kill one thing after another. Won't take many close combat units to do so, as these guys are not close combatants, but then again, Grey Knights are able to teleport around. Smack bang, right in their chops. Oh my god, it's jumping away. Do like consistent use of the little ones. I imagine, if I have a quick look at the economy, yeah, so they've got enough money to spam out lots of stuff, but if they exclusively spammed out the big stuff, they would run out of money quite quickly. That's why they are furnishing their ranks with little ones, just to add to that population density. Some sort of unit to maybe tie up some range unit for a little bit. Maybe absorb some of the incoming damage as well. More Carnifexes on the flanks. Laying of hands by the sounds of it. In place on these guys, yep. Or whatever they call their version of that ability. Lord Inquisitor, he's standing in the middle of his bolt pistol. I'll get involved in close combat. He's just there for morale purposes, inspiring the men. Even though Grey Knights probably don't need that much inspiring. You guys lost your morale for whatever reason? Or at least you've lost your bottle. Well, they don't have morale, but they've been shamed. Screamers trying to ignore all the damage, but a couple of minefields sort them out, and yeah, those minefields super duper effective against those Carnifexes. Not even managing to get very far into... Oh no, they managed to get in for a little bit. Can he kill one thing? That's what I want to know. No, it won't do. Archivist will save it, and he dies unceremoniously. Magma vent has been seen once again. Grey Knights don't like it, it's too phallic. Why is the steam coming out of it? The way it undulates as well, very unpleasant. Grey Knights are going to smite that Xenos structure as more and more Tyranids start pulling forward. But they managed to take it down. And, oh well, Tyranids got a Ripper Swarm over here, so they can just build another one on the northern side. There we go. That's how we do it. Well, Tyranids have got like quite a nice ability to be able to make use of any excess green or blue money that they have. Blue money, all their units basically cost blue, apart from some that cost a little bit of green. Not very green dependent when they're recruiting forces. But when they are summoning units from the Hive Mind, that does cost them, I think it's exclusively green money. So if you're ever attempting to play an Ultimate Apocalypse and you've got way too much green money and you need some more troops, always throw down a face down with those guys. Not enough room in the tunnels though, that's the sheer amount of How many Tyranids they've got now? Have you sneaked another tunnel somewhere really cheeky? That might be the way to break the frontline defense. If you can somehow sneak a tunnel down over yonder, that might be the way. That might be the truth. That might be the light. We're not seeing any more Raveners. No tech-ups neither, although we do see a capillary vein for Where's My Teeth. Seeing any tech-ups from you at the moment? No. I'm running on the assumption that both of these players are in tier 3. That tends to be what happens at the 25, at the very least at the 25-minute mark. But yeah, the Demon Hunters can't push out too far as the Tyranids' offensive is too strong. The Tyranids can't push in too deep as the Demon Hunters' defense is too strong. So it's the age-old question of what happens when a movable object meets an unstoppable force. Well, I guess just stand around and look at each other menacingly. We're going to see some Raveners being summoned via the tunnel. Quite handy. Yeah, if they could just get a tunnel down over here and just spawn from the ground. Oh, it's like blooming... Oh, the Zerg, when you get that... You know, you sneak your floaty people around the back, splooge all over the floor, and then summon that great worm. Never pulled it off in any PvP matches I had. They're going to go for it. They're running the marathon. Don't need to get all the way in, just enough to be unusable. Oh no, the Grey Knights see exactly what they're up to. Just in the nick of time there. Oh, but managing to deny that tunnel. Whoa! I bet AIka wiping sweat on the cusp of his balls right there. That was a arse-clenching moment there. There's some Grey Knight Purgators now. I do believe that they are more range-orientated. I mean, these guys are kind of in the middle-ish. I should know, I played... Oh, what was it? Chaos Gate? Like about an hour before I got bored, because it's like XCOM, but not quite as good. The theme's better, but, you know, the actual gameplay isn't as compelling or as challenging. Yes, you... Oh, yep, you are the range variants. Okay, cool, nice one. I know things. Well done, mate. Got Vectoid Broodlord with his exposed brain. Regular Tyranid Warrior. Terrifying stuff. Love the blue bullets there. Also got their side cannons on the go. The Spine Gaunts without numbers. Which I like. Spine Gaunts regular, but a little bit more numerous. So they are with numbers. You can count them. Ignore the tooltip. It's propaganda. Foul Tyranid propaganda. One Screamer Killer. What we've been just throwing them away so you can bring out some Biovars. And yeah, maybe that's the plan. If you can't go in, attack them with artillery. You'll see some heavy bolters being placed down here. A purification decree. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that gives an AoE debuff. Gargoyles trying to get look overhead, but being shot instantly from the sky. Biovars now firing away at Grey Knights. They're popping over this side, spotting the magma vent. They've got to come back over if they want to stop this Tyranid advance. That being said, it's quite a significant defense that they've already got, even with half their boys going north. Tyranid are spreading out, seeing where they can put their heads through. But like mighty sea waves crashing against the mountainside. It's been beaten back. I mean, these two Spine Gaunts here, they don't know what they're doing. Oh, Hormagaunt, sorry. Sorry to misgender you, Mr. Tyranid. Yeah, they refused it. They were conscientious objectors in the war against man. The vegans, if you can believe it. Nothing worse when you think about it. No offense if you're vegan. I just don't understand. Screamers now getting involved. 3 of them. A trio of Screamers. All these guys just being shoved on backwards by these very well-placed Purgators. No one's going to get them anytime soon. So up to the Biovars to soften them up. Not the most accurate of artillery. As you can see, that whole area there was theirs for the firing. When they hit, they do hit quite devilishly. Victoria Broodlord being thrown away. Oh, that's what makes them go all skew whiff. When a Lord dies, well, not a Lord, but a Tyranid Commander. Current economies, 3, 6, 5, and 1, 10. Compared to 3, 3, 5, and 2, 8, 4. 2, And they are going to go for tier 3/4. Are you going for a tier up? Yes, you are also going to go for tier 3/4. Wonderful synchronicity in the tech upgrades. Got a Grey Knight Brotherhood champion. Absolutely lethal, this kid. He can stand in the middle of a combat zone for absolutely yonks. Not feel a thing. He's like Chuck Norris. If he gave him power armor, it was a scary idea. But here come the Spine Gaunts. All without number. That's a lot of dudes. But the AoE damage from the Grey Knights will cut them down, no problem whatsoever. It's got an infinite flux of Hellfire Dreadnoughts. Just standing firm and lovely concave. Killing all the Tyranids. Now it's all good. Standing here and being all defensive. Tyranids will not be able to break through for quite some time. However, eventually, if you leave a Tyranid player for long enough, a Broodlord will come out. The Broodlord will kick your shins in. Or they could go for the Zone Threat Ball of Doom. So you cannot leave a Tyranid player alone to tech up. You cannot leave them to let their economy go off the walls. You need to play a little bit well, not defensively, offensively. The opposite of what I was about to say. Tell you what, boys and girls, having a stutter is a real pain in the backside from a caster's perspective. Speaking is kind of my job, and I can barely do it most of the times. I do appreciate that. Lots of little uns. Lots of little uns. Warms my heart. Not efficient, probably not the meta. Aesthetically, very nice. Might see if we can get a Tyranid charge perspective in this. But shall we give it a go? Let me slick these guys. Go on, jump at them. Get involved. Kill them all. Oh, well, that was quick. That was anticlimactic. There we go, they're in there. In there like swimwear. On it like a car bonnet. And being instantly wiped out. Yeah. No. With the sheer amount of Pegasus on the back lines, it would probably be... I mean, what would you go in this circumstance? Yeah, Zone Threat Ball. That's the only thing I could really think of that would counteract all this long-range fire. The moment that the Grey Knights see these starting Zone Threats, that's when alarm bells should start raising for them. And to be fair, though, they have got like quite a wonderfully defensible position. They've showed up over the wider section here with turrets, and they're using these very narrow corridors to sort people out. The Tyranids would be able to swarm over them from multiple flanks normally, but no, just sitting in the valleys like a bunch of Welsh farmers. Double squads of Zone Threats. Now we can see where this is going. Also got a Neuron Threat as well. Anyone standing nearby him will have a reduced range damage incoming, as well as increased output of damage. I do believe Oz popping down a cheeky defensive wall here, just in case anyone gets any fresh and fancy ideas of moving around this side. I do like the Ravener idea though still. Would it be an idea to start attacking over on this side, get AIka's attention over here, and then when he's not looking, you can sneak a Ravener down here, through here and pop up a tunnel? If Where's My Teeth had the Trickster gene, you'd think about it. Certainly consider it at the very least. Got a good amount of what a unit you are. Biomorph, Warrior Bioplasma. So spitting all over that wall. It's a known fact that Tyranid Warriors don't swallow. Zone Threat's been caught in position. Need to get away from those Grey Knights. It will not last at all in close combat if they're engaged with for long enough, but they have been supported quite heavily by a significant amount of bioplasma weaponry. And Hellfire Dreadnoughts are the only vehicles we are going to see from AIka by the looks of things. He knows what he wants, knows what to get it. Grey Knight Terminators on the way. They're going to be quite the doozy for Where's My Team to deal with. Especially if you get the substantial upgrades for them. Do you believe that they are tier 4/5? Question mark. Quite slow to reset, but once you get them in, well, they've got some gene sealers, right? I assume that you've been upgraded out of the wazoo then. Well, gene sealers in the early game are a little bit pants, but later stages of the game you can upgrade them quite significantly. Carnifex is fully grown now. None of this Screamer Killer nonsense, just pure, unadulterated Carnifex nonsense. Bring that Terminators in there, and they'll cause no problems. Bringing down some Psychic Might as well. Now, seeing one of you, you are up, Gene Sealers. Well, being shot down. No mercy. I mean, do you have spam of... No, you do not have a sizable float. Not like the Grey Knights player who can now just bring forth as much as he really wants to. Can also afford to lose some units and models as well. Tyranids, though, not exactly got that same financial flexibility. Have you been upgrading your thingamadoodads? You have, yes. You'll be fine, but then again, we are seeing the stages of decay on these strategic points. So the economy will start going down for these players if they do not build their economy buildings. After all, the urban territories are the economy buildings for the Demon Hunters, and I'm seeing lots of lovely skyscrapers from them. Carnifex is just walking inside the base. There we go, there. Eyes on the economy and the economy alone. That is the secret source to the Demon Hunter strength. Oh no, never mind, they're going to turn their attention to the military instead. Can they take on the Terminators? I don't think so. Not in this climate. Relax over on this side as well, holding the line back. Make sure that Carnifex doesn't move one step forward. Lee has been psychically squeezed. Or is he just doing a dance? Not entirely sure. Yeah, he dances off into the distance. Can't stop a man from having a good time. Oh, the Crystal's still in there. Just look at the size difference. I love it. He's there. Get him. Get him good. My bolt pistol will take care of him. Yes. And actually, might it? Oh no, he equips the power sword. Coward. Commit to the power. Commit to the bolt pistol. Tyranids somehow. They've killed a fair few bits of infantry. Oh no, they've teleported backwards. Fair enough. And now the Terminators have actually just been spammed out. Some big psychic energy been blown forth. Looks like the souls of the damned made manifest. And yeah, we are just seeing this slow infantry upgrade from AIka. From stormtroopers, strike teams, from strike teams to Purgator squads, Purgators to Terminators. The range units holding firm on this side, but the missile launchers are being taken down. The Carnifexes are just wiry beasts. Even with all these guys focus firing on this dude, he is just taking it on the chin like a champ. Terminators over here, that they can give it just as much as they can take. Zone folks are being very mobile, not staying in one place for too long. Trying to make sure that they don't get caught in close combat for too long. He says, and the moment he says they get caught in close combat. Sorry again. Sorry for the past and or present cursing of the game. More spirits being summoned, doing AoE damage, I imagine. Does that just slow you? Is it stun? It does something. It's not nice for him. Whatever it is. Then Warriors coming forth. And yeah, I mean, Carnifexes are still knocking around, but they won't be getting any major kills. And they don't really have the money to constantly rebuild Carnifex. I mean, how much is a Carnifex? Which building do you come from? Oh, I have no bloody idea. Oh, you're not building any at the moment? Fine. Don't tell me how much a Carnifex costs. I don't need that information. Grenet's still out and about. Very healthy, considering they've been covered in spore mines and occasionally peppered by zone traps. Another Carnifex baked his face down. But it does seem that the assault over here has been tempered, has been slowed down. And there's very little progress being made towards the Demon Hunter's base at the moment. Now being a threat on the front door of the Tyranids. These Granites are not giving up on these zone throps. Swig of the Swoody, they've came for their booty, and well, they're trying to not give it, playing hard to get. The Grey Knights never take no for an answer. More blue nonsense happening. Floating around, very pretty to look at, don't say it. Are you souls of the damned? Yes, you are. Your pictures of... oh, that guy from Scream. Seeing more Carnifexes, seeing more baddies. Constantly being spawned from the Carnifex chamber. Ah, there we go. 700 blue and 150 green. Yes, very expensive. It'll take you a while to rebuild those guys. So you do not really want to be throwing them away. Not unless, of course, you've got more money than God. Which you don't at the moment. Zone Fops. Activating fire. It doesn't seem like any of these guys are dying. Spine Gaunt's running amok. They'll die pretty quickly. But yeah, I think they already died. At least to the point where there's only like a couple of them left. Yeah, what unit composition would work here? I mean, so the zone foot ball is ever amassing. AIka did attempt to break that ball, but ball broke him. I suppose, yeah, Carnifex frontline, zone foot backline. That would be my guess to break through this indomitable front line. A Whirlwind Hyperios being a little bit vulnerable next to these Carnifexes. Huge fire being blown everywhere. More Spine Gaunts summoned through the rear. As long as they can get those Grey Knights from firing for long enough, they should be able to push forward, but the Terminators teleporting in. That's what I mean, just their repositioning capabilities with everyone being able to teleport in and also teleport around the battlefield. Spawn Mines looking like they were going to come in, but they're standing against it. They wanted to hug their friends. I've been set on fire by the Grey Knight Terminators. Oh, you Lord Inquisitor. Oh no, you are the Knight Brotherhood Champion. Fighting 2 Carnifexes, even if he wasn't going to win, that's still quite impressive. These Terminators giving the Carnifexes the dirty dirt. One zone for Survivage, 2 zone for, so both ones are all on their own. They can just get their squad wipes to be a massive help for them. More Dreadnoughts coming forward. We also have Terminators now slowly but surely making their way to the base. All quite low on health though. One hero though going 2 vs 1, in fact almost dying in synchronization there. Very tasty stuff. But the Grey Knights have broken through those Tyranid front lines. They've only got a couple of zone fops left. Some potentially flanking Carnifexes, which they cannot rebuild for quite some time. They've already got 4 though, so they don't really need more if they don't want them. Two battles going on simultaneously. Carnifex over here to distract these guys. And then the zone fops attempting to poison these guys all day long. Also got that Neuron Ferp on the back lines. Not where he wants to be. He's on the bad end of a bad time. Will be burnt to a crisp. Now it's time, Grey Knights. Not sure why you're going back. You can stay in there and kill things if you want to. Here's an option. I would recommend that tactic. Oh, right. He just wanted a dramatic entrance. I can respect that. That's fair enough. Why have teleporters if you're not going to use them, eh? They're coming in. Everything is probably going to die very quickly. As the zone fops can start to stop 360 no-scoping until they actually start firing, but the health won't let them survive such a vicious Stormbolter onslaught. Now got a Land Raider Phoebus. all these Hellfire Dreadnoughts armed with twin-link lance cannons will significantly do damage to the Carnifexes, as they are considered heavy armoured vehicles, as opposed to demons in some other games. So now on this mad lads hunt for Ozone from San Yun, from managed to expunge their record, and there's more to deal with. Where's Matif? You know what? Is that right? You've now got 2 Land Raider Phobuses. Got your Terminators I can't possibly kill. Just the sheer amount of economy. What was that? That's a ridiculous amount of economy. But that's what you get for building up those affordable housings. The people pay the taxes to the Lord Emperor. So yeah, cool. Thank you so much, guys, for sending that into the Discord. If you want to spot channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 month gets you once a game a week, and there is also a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As we miss Landshark, pleasure as always, never chop. Now, see you in a bit. Peace.